Zach, hi. Last time we tried to do this, we spent 10 minutes with me making a family tree on Ancestry.com, and I think that the way that we have done it is better.
Yes. The good news is you polluted the data pool of Ancestry.com, and some person with the last name Frey in real life is going to be asked if they have an ancestor who was born in 1931 because of you.
Zach, here's what I want to do. You want to do this with me? I want to.
This is quite the daunting task. Yes, I do want to do it, but whoo boy, this is a what we've done here. Well, I should say what you've done more so is taken every family tree for Walter Frey that exists on his wiki page on the Song of Ice and Fire wiki, and we've put it all in one paint document so we can look at possible lines of succession.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I'm gonna use some color, so like the major one we're gonna highlight and stuff, and we're gonna like the people who are dead we're gonna like cross out. It's gonna be good. We're gonna do it. So Zach, like first off, let's talk about how we're gonna do this. I am inclined to when someone is dead, like really shade them in, right? Like things like this. So that
absolutely.
so that our eyes are because it's going to be a very big document, and we're going to need to be able to tell at a glance who is and isn't still in the line.
Yes.
So Zach, let's start. Let's start top to bottom, right?
Yeah. Jeez, I guess so.
Walder Frey down. Para Royce is dead. We have established this.
Yeah.
Para Royce is dead. Stevron Frey, we know, is dead.
Yes.
Ryman Frey was alive at the beginning of the series, but we know that he is dead by the time by the end of the books as they are now.
Yeah.
Which means that currently, number one in the line of succession is Edwin Frey.
Yes.
Is Edwin Frey still alive?
Yes.
Okay. Zach, I'm going to be relying on you pretty heavily here to tell me who is and is not still alive.
Raymond Frey is dead, but Edwin Frey is alive. But here's the interesting thing. There is a dispute over whether Walda, Edwin's daughter, is actually his daughter, or if that is the bastard son of his brother, Blackwalder, who is believed to have slept with his wife.
All right, so I'm going to do, maybe we do like one of these, right? Currently, this is a point of interest on the family tree, right? Edwin Frey and Walda Frey are major points of interest at this moment.
And then if she's a bastard and ineligible to inherit, and also, there's an argument as to whether a woman could inherit that throne at all. I don't know if we've had a woman in charge of the crossing before. They might suddenly say, maybe not. That would put Blackwalder as the next. And he is very much alive.
And Blackwalder, we are going to need to jump to the next family tree here, right? Or no? Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, no.
No, Blackwalder's right there.
Blackwalder. Okay, so moving on down the line, Jingle Bell Frey is dead. Jingle Bell Frey was killed by by Catelyn Stark, actually.
Yeah. Before she was doing all that killing stuff.
So Miguel is a person of interest. Is Miguel alive?
No, wait. Jane Liddon is also dead.
Jane Liddon is dead. Perfect.
Miguel, I believe, is alive.
Miguel is alive. So Miguel is
married into the Vance family.
Miguel is a person of interest because if Miguel is alive, you could have the quote unquote throne of House Frey pass through her line to Walder Vance. Why is this so thin? Give me it. Yeah, there we go. To Walder Vance. However, that is unclear. This is the plot of House of the Dragon, isn't it? Right? Does the throne pass to Rhaenys or to Viserys the first?
You want a fun parallel to the dance?
Yeah.
The House Vance. There's two House Vance sigils, both of which are quartered with dragons. One of them is a green dragon, the other is a black dragon, and one of them is the green one is quartered with towers, and the black one is quartered with golden rings with golden eyes.
Oh shit, that is pretty baller.
And it's the blacks and the greens.
Yeah.
And the greens also have a tower in their sigil. In their
right, because they're the high towers.
Yeah, it's the green dragons and black dragons. There's two branches of House Vance, which is neat.
I like this series. I don't know if you've picked up on that yet. Okay, so these are some interesting endpoints at this moment.
And it's actually the split in the Vance is actually dating back to which side they supported during the Dance of the Dragons.
Oh, cool. So that's where we're sitting right now. Talk to me about some of these other people. How about Walton Frey?
Good old Walton Frey. Hold on, I have to look him up. Walton Frey is alive.
Walton Frey is alive. Okay. And now we have the first Hardings. Deanna Harding, his wife.
Yes.
Is she alive?
Deanna Harding is alive as far as we know.
Okay. And their three children, Stefan Frey, Fairwalda, and Brian.
Stefan is alive. Let's see. Fairwalda is alive as far as we know. Fairwalda is to contrast to Fatwalda, and everybody thinks that Roose will pick Fairwalda until Roose offers his bride's weight in silver. I forgot about that.
Yes, Fatwalda is somewhere around here.
Fatwalda is also alive, by the way, so they're all alive.
Fatwalda, daughter of Merit. We'll get to them.
Yes.
Okay, so this is what we have right now, right? This is what we have so far. 3 interesting exit points. We have Walda, who is a woman, and also maybe a bastard. We have Black Walder and Walder Vance. Boop, boop.
Yes.
Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Shall we move to the next tree?
Well, Walton could also be a exit point, right? He's alive. He is someone who could inherit, and that puts the Harding wrench. I also didn't look up Marcella Wainwood. Let me look up Marcella Wainwood. She is alive.
Good for her.
And she's from the Vale. Oh, no, sorry. No, she's dead. It just doesn't say when. She died in childbirth. Never mind. She's dead.
Okay.
But I feel like, the other exit we have so far is Walton. So I feel like he should be highlighted also. Because there's a non-zero chance he inherits.
Yeah.
Depending on how we want to go about succession here.
He would have an interesting exit point through Stefan. Okay, so no, you're right. I'm sorry. No, it wouldn't be Stefan because Walton is still
Walton's
alive.
alive.
If we determine, so like this is how it would go, right? If the tree gets clipped here, and like if for some reason, Walda is determined to be illegitimate because she's a woman, and Black Walder is determined to be a to have fathered both of these, and with both of them being a woman, and Black Walder being, incestuous, it might it might divert to both of these, right? And then we would have the discussion: does Miguel inherit or does Walton inherit? Miguel is a woman, and so she can't inherit herself, but can it go through her line to Walder Vance? Walder Vance does not carry the name Frey, so should it go to Walton Frey? These are very interesting questions.
Peter Frey is also dead. We didn't cross him out.
Is that Peter Pimple?
It's Peter Pimple.
Boop. 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 Peter Pimple. A lot of dead Freys. It's going to be a lot of dead Freys here today.
Yeah, Pear is also rumored to be father by Black Walder. So, yeah. Black Walder could be considered unacceptable, and then they try and do something like, have Miguel inherit instead, or instead let her pass it to one of her kids. But then you have Vance in charge instead of a Frey. So there's already we're in the branch of one of Walder's kids, and there's already multiple claimants.
And this is before Walder Frey is dead, right? So I'm gonna do one of these. I'm gonna go duke 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 duke. I'm trying to make it like a dotted line, duke 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 question mark. Boop boop. And of course, all of this with Black Walder could just be like hearsay, right? It could just be propaganda. But as we saw during the lead up to the Blackfire Rebellions, it doesn't really matter. All right. Shall we move on? Oh, no, please be this. Boop, boop, boop. Would you like to move on to the next branch of House Frey?
Yes.
Walder and Para Royce. Another, Vale House. So, is Para Royce alive?
Let's see. Is Para Royce alive? Oh goodness, sorry, I had to move family trees.
Now, the child of Para Royce and Walder Frey is Eman Frey, who we meet at some length in A Feast for Crows. Eman is the person. Is the new.
Para Royce was also on the other tree.
What?
So she's dead. He had multiple kids with Para Royce, but since all the scroll over to the next one, it's also Para Royce. All of his kids with Para Royce have too many kids to contain on another tree, so we know Para Royce is dead. Because this is the same mother of the Steveron branch.
This is Para Royce? Oh, right. Yeah. His first wife was Para. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're right. This is still Steveron. I'm sorry. It's confusing. See, I thought that they would do this thing. I don't know if you can see this down here. I thought that they would do this with the, when it's all the same set of parents, but I guess they didn't do that for the first one. Tap, 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 tap. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. Okay, let's talk about Eman Frey. Eman Frey is Emma Frey is married to Jenna Lannister. Jenna Lannister being particularly awesome.
Yes.
Are any of their children dead? I don't actually know.
Goodness, I'm already fucking lost. Let's see. Okay. How many times do I have to go back to the Walder Frey page? Let's see.
I can give you a number.
Okay. We're good. Eman Frey is alive.
Yep.
And Cleos Frey is the eldest child, who is dead.
Cleos Frey is dead.
How did Cleos Frey die?
Is he? I believe he's killed by Stoneheart.
Let's see. Cleos. Let's see. Ambushed by a band of outlaw archers, and I'm sure if or outlaw. Oh no, it doesn't say. Oh no, this is their capture. He's killed by the Brave Companions. Or at least it's implied. Because the outlaws kill Cleos. Jaime takes Cleos' sword to fight Brienne. And right after
of course. Cleos is the person who rides with Jaime and Brienne to bring Jaime back to King's Landing. He's the person who was running running messages back and forth for Robb Stark to King's Landing.
Yes. Good old cousin Cleos, however you want to say it. Cleos. Leos.
Zach, as much as I enjoy the Leos joke, we are on the second tree.
You said this is going to be one of our shorter videos, and I immediately contested that.
You're damn right.
Next, after that, is Lionel Frey, who is alive. We know very little about him at all.
Okay, perfect.
Then there's Tion Frey, who is dead.
Tion Frey is dead. Get him out of here.
How did he die?
And I will look at Red Walder.
The Kingslayer cut him down.
Oh.
Due to his Lannister blood, Tion fights under his cousin, Sir Jaime Lannister. And then
he's the person that Jaime Lannister killed to get out of his cell.
Or I think, actually, hold on.
Interesting.
No, I think that might be a show-only thing.
Interesting.
No, this is Tion Frey is one of the ones that Rickard Stark killed. I was reading a quote. These two were of his ilk. Only blood can pay for blood. This is Rickard after losing his sons. Takes out the Lannister branch of Freys that they have prisoner, one of whom is Tion Frey.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
And then there is Red Walder.
Yes, who is alive. Okay,
Yes.
Cool. So this is an interesting outlet. Eman Frey right now, I'm going to highlight him as a person of interest. Currently, Eman Frey is the Lord of Riverrun.
Yeah.
That puts him in a very good position in a potential Frey civil war. Like, he already has a base of power. He can let the other claimants fight it out over the crossing. While he just sort of sits and waits for an opportunity to strike.
All right, moving right along, we have Aenys Frey.
Aenys Frey. Hold
Aenys
on.
died in 300 AC near Winterfell.
Ooh. Isn't he the one who fell off his horse?
He got baked into a pie.
Oh no, he's a pie. That's right.
Yeah. Cool. Let's see. How about Tiana Wilde is dead? How do we know that? Why do we know that? Oh, Tiana. It just says Tiana died in childbirth. Perfect. Okay. How about Perianne Frey? Perianne Frey is alive. And then we have.
No. Aenys Frey isn't baked into a pie. He fell off his horse.
And then, okay.
Aegon Frey, no, Rhaegar Frey, his kid, I think, was baked into a pie.
Died suspected somewhere in the north. Okay, perfect. Aegon Bloodborne we have. We know nothing about Aegon Bloodborne except that he has a cool name. Jane Beesbury.
Yeah, he either really likes Souls likes or he has a parasite.
Related to Lyman Beesbury? The heir to Beesbury? Donald Hay. I feel like we've met Donald Hay. Donald has been beaten many times in tourneys by Sandor Clegane, who almost killed him in a melee.
And White Walda is the person who cooked all that meth.
Got him! Oh, this is not on the screen. There we go. Alan Hay. Alan Hay, huh? Alan Haig. Okay, all right, they're perfect. Okay, awesome. And then we have Robert, White Walda, Jonas, and Walder Hay. Did you take a look at them?
Oh goodness. We're on wife 2.
No
Wife
worries.
1.
We're still on wife 1.
Wife 1.
White Walda is alive. Robert is alive. Okay, cool. All right, I'm scrolling.
Jonas is alive.
All right, we have finished wife 1.
Have we?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Because Perianne is alive. Okay, so we don't care about the Hags.
Okay, perfect. Yep. And I took a look at all the Hags and they're alive. And now we can move on to the Swans. And then we get to move on to the Crake Halls, and they're going to be a disaster. All right, beginning with Serena Swan, who died 50 years ago.
Possibly at the age of 11, although not likely.
Jared and Septon Lucian. Awesome. Okay, perfect. Talk to me about Jared. Jared is dead, suspected. The North. Is this a fry? Is this a fry pie? Jared II, A Dance with Dragons. Oh, with Rhaegar Frey and Simon Frey. Oh, cool. Okay, awesome. I am swiping backwards.
Meanwhile, Lucien is alive.
Lucien is alive.
But he can't inherit because he's a Septon, who, I believe, give up inheritance.
Yes, well, I believe you're right.
Except for Baelor the Blessed.
So I am going to outline him in red.
I guess it's kind of disputed as to whether a Septon can inherit or not, but they usually try not to. I guess that's worth a Google, right?
Yeah, they have vows like for swearing that. Yeah, Baelor the Blessed wasn't a Septon.
Someone should tell Baelor the Blessed.
I agree. Okay, so he's a Septon. So I'm now looking at Tytos Frey. Tytos Frey is dead at the Twins in 299. Is he the other Lannister cousin? Who is this?
Oh, goodness. I think possibly.
Titus is killed in the camps outside the Twins. Sandor Clegane puts an axe through his head. Freaking gnarly. All right, how about Zoe Blaintree appears to be alive.
Where the hell are you at? I'm so lost. Hold on.
Gotta get on my level. Garce Goodbrook is alive. Kyra Frey appears to be alive. Zia Frey appears to be alive. Zachary Frey is alive. Walder Goodbrook is alive. And Jane Goodbrook is alive. And also 7. So that...
Zachary Frey is studying at the Sept of Old Town.
Ooh. Very cool.
So he presumably is... Well, I mean, he's not a Septon or maybe, a maester, depending on what he ends up doing in Old Town. Yeah. Likely, if he's studying at the Sept, he's going to be a Septon, but he is in Old Town. Maybe he's going to dabble in some maester stuff while he's there.
He's studying at the Sept in Old Town?
Yes.
Sept study. Okay, cool. Anything else interesting about any of these guys?
Not that I looked up. Let me search for Zia Frey.
Zia Frey. Okay.
Nothing interesting about her.
So interesting. That means that the Swan branch of House Frey has no good candidates for inheritance.
House Blaintree's sigil looks like they're really trying to promote the legalization of marijuana in Canada.
House Blazetree, more like.
It's green and brown maple leaves strewn across a yellow field.
Nice.
What they're saying is, if you sell weed in Canada, you will become rich.
All right, you ready for this? You ready for this really... You ready to get into the biggest one? Yeah, you are. Beginning with Amarai Crakehall, who is dead. Goodbye. Hostine.
Good old Hostine Frey.
Hostine
Sir
Frey.
Stupid.
Sir Stupid. Hostine Frey is alive.
Fight Stannis.
What?
Roose Bolton sells Hostine and Aenys in the vanguard to attack Stannis Baratheon's army. But Aenys is the one who fell off his horse and fucking died. So Sir Stupid will be leading the Freys in battle against Stannis the Manus Baratheon.
Let's go.
This is they're sending in Sir Stupid to take on somebody with Eisenhower level battlefield intelligence.
Yes.
They're one of the greatest generals in Westeros possibly ever. From what we've seen. We've seen him lose a battle, but that was he did about as well as he could have under the circumstances. And we've seen him survive great sieges. And we're told he's a brilliant commander. And the other side is a guy whose nickname is Sir Stupid, which I just really like saying.
Dude, there's another Royce branch of Freys. Hostine's son Arwood marries Rhaella Royce. That's so stupid. Okay, we have...
it's the name of a pirate I know.
Andro Frey appears to be alive.
You didn't play with that bit.
I didn't, I'm sorry.
That's the same first name as a pirate I know.
Rhaella? Arwood.
Arwood. Would you blow me?
Got him! Absolutely got him! I've never been dunked on so hard in my life. Wow! Wow!
This video was worth it for that joke.
Wow! Man, I didn't see it, and you even went in for a double dip. Wow!
I telegraphed that one from a mile away.
You said that's the name of a pirate I know, and I said uh-huh. And you said that's the name of a pirate I know. What, Arwood? Damn it! Man, that was extremely funny. Arwood Jablomi. Wow. Fuck you. Wow. You piece of shit.
Oh man.
Wow, that was really funny. Arwood Jablomi. Ah, damn it. All right, I'm putting that in. Hang on. Fucking give me this. I'll put it up here. DJ apostrophe BLOWMI. Arwood Jablomi. Damn it. Arwood Jablomi. God damn you. God damn you. I'm clicking on Lysine Frey, who is alive. God damn you. Lucius Viprin is alive. Damon Viprin is alive. Where did it go? Ilana Viprin appears to be alive. John Wilde is alive. And Rickard Wilde is alive. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay.
But
Moving.
Simon Frey is a pie.
Simon Frey is, in fact, a pie.
Last seen a pie.
Last seen a pie. Pie. Point. Hang on. Who are our three pies?
Rhaegar, Simon, and hold on.
Where is
Jared.
Oh, damn it. Oops. Okay. We might come back for the pies. Actually,
Yes.
I want to do the pies now. Tion, Redwalder, Willem, Tywin, no. Rhaegar, son of Aenys, is a pie. And who is pie number 3?
It's Jared.
Jared, son of whom?
Make me look up my pies.
Because I scribbled them out, perhaps unwisely. Oh, son of... Yeah, okay.
Jared, son of Walder.
Jared, son of Walder and Serena Swan. Okay, perfect. Arwood Jablomi. Fucking Arwood Jablomi. God damn you. God damn you, you motherfucker.
It's the best pirate joke I've ever told.
Bitharios of
I told
Bravos.
many a good pirate joke.
Bitharios of Bravos. Is this person alive?
Let me see. I had to go search pie phrase. Who's oh goodness, I'm all lost in my family trees again.
Bitharios of Bravos. Bravosia, damn. Bitharios travels with her husband Simon Frey and other Freys aboard Lionstar to White Harbor. Oh, interesting. Lord Wyman reveals to Sir Davos Seaworth that one of her handmaids slept with Wyman's fool in order to gather information for Simon. But Simon is dead.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Take me to... Alessander Frey is alive. Alex Frey is alive.
Wait a second, that's evidence for the Grand Brothel Conspiracy.
It sure is. Also, Alex Frey has like full color art done of her. Alex is one of the Frey women presented to Robb Stark when he arrives at the twins for Edmure Tully's wedding. Alex is seated between Robb Stark and Robin Flint. She later dances with Robin. And how about Bradamar Frey? Bradamar was sent to the free city of Bravos to be fostered as a ward by a Bravosi merchant called Oro Tendiris? What the hell? What the hell? Why?
Well,
Oro Tendiris.
this might be like Bravosi like influence on Westerosi politics, right?
Yeah, it sure could be.
If you want to have, well, they're like the Freys have an important like place in that they have what is essentially Westeros's only toll booth. If you build good connections there, as a merchant, maybe you can get in toll free, right? Like if Bradamar is just like, oh yeah, uh, like this is Oro, he like trained me, and this is one of Oro's buddies, let me through. Like this is like getting a discount for you and all your merchant buddies if there's somebody you send back to the crossing who wants to invite you in for a beer, like you get to have your merchants go through for free. It's not like, I mean, it is on water, so there's like boats, river boats could pass through. But also, like, some of these merchants travel across land to get to different places to sell things, also, presumably. Uh, so ideally, friends in the crossing means you never have to pay the toll to go across the bridge ever.
We have I've moved on to okay, I apologize. I don't mean to move on so quickly because that is very interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Like it's and like we can't necessarily do this for everybody, right? Because it's like because there's so many intermarried families, they're not all going to mean anything. Unless they do, in which case we were correct. I've moved on to my boy Merritt Frey.
Everybody loves Merritt Frey.
We like Merritt Frey around here. Merritt Frey, all Merritt Frey did at the Red Wedding was get drunk. Should he have done that? Probably not. But he's dead.
Don't sit around and get drunk while war crimes are actually happening around you. If you come here for life lessons, don't be like Merritt Frey. Stand up and say, hey, stop doing war crimes, and then get another drink.
We have Amorai Frey, famously a hoe.
Gatehouse Amy.
Yes, who I absolutely stan. I love.
We stan Gatehouse Amy.
100%.
The thickest girl in the Riverlands.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, she has so much like in universe they scoff at her, right? But from my perspective, she got fucking game.
Yeah.
Her promiscuity has earned her the nickname Gatehouse Amy. Pate of the Blue Fork is her first husband, who died in 299. How did he die? He died. Lord Waddle tells Robb Stark that he negotiated between his grandfather and Pate. Pate was killed by Sir Gregor Clegane. Pate of the Blue Fork is also known as Sir Pate of Seven Streams.
Yeah.
Which is interestingly similar to Tom of Seven Streams.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and X out Lancel Lannister from this part because Lancel Lannister is
it was annulled anyways.
Pious question mark?
Yeah, their marriage was annulled after he became a member of the Faith Militant.
Up next.
Also, that marriage with Pate of the Blue Fork was made literally right after she was caught having sex with 3 grooms at the same time. Again, we stand Gatehouse Amy.
Gatehouse Amy got so much fucking game. We have Fat Walda. Again,
not everybody has the confidence to do a threesome. She had the confidence to do a foursome in a stable.
Yeah. Yeah,
She couldn't even like wait.
I do want to open parentheses just for a moment, right?
Yeah.
We stand hoes around here, we really do. But like there are theories that suggest that was not 100% like on the up and up, shall we say? That
Oh.
it was not how to phrase so that YouTube doesn't get mad. That Amarai Frey might not necessarily have wanted to be there, and Merritt Frey just sucks and didn't believe her, right? That her father just didn't fucking believe her.
Yeah.
The headcanon, until proven otherwise, the headcanon I'm going with is that she was like, yo, boys, let's get in this fucking stable. And I'm going to...
I prefer this headcanon also.
I do
also,
too.
All the art drawn of her seems to lean into this headcanon.
Absolutely. But all the information
like,
we have about her...
Frey? Yeah.
all the information we have about her from everyone who is not Amarai Frey, all that information is is from unreliable sources, right? They're all from stories. The only information we meet Amarai Frey. We meet her when Jaime has dinner at Derry when he goes to talk to Lancel. The only thing we know about Amarai Frey is that she cries a lot and has a crush on one of Jaime's lieutenants.
Lyle Craycole, who she like flirts with very transparently.
Yes. So it could go either way. I choose to believe that Amarai is a hoe, and I like that.
Yeah, I'm with this headcanon.
I will retract this if we learn more in future books, and I will retract my statement that we like Merritt Frey.
Yeah. Well, those are both open to retraction.
Yes.
We don't know enough. We're not going to get another Merritt Frey point of view to learn more about him.
No, I don't think so. I don't think we are. We have Fat Walda married to Roose Bolton. Oh boy.
Roose Bolton, who knows the worth of silver.
Roose Bolton, current Lord of Derry? Question mark?
Lord Derry?
Currently, Roose Bolton is first in line to inherit Derry. Am I reading this correctly?
Lord of Derry, head of House Derry.
Right? Because Amarai is the lady... Lancel was the Lord of Derry. But his... it was dissolved.
It's extinct in the middle line, yeah.
Yeah. Marissa, we have interesting. No, Little Walder is next in line to inherit Derry.
Ooh.
He's down at the end of this line. All right, we'll get to him in a minute. We have Fat Walda plus Roose Bolton. Do I need to make any notes on Fat Walda plus Roose Bolton? That's anyone who is near Roose Bolton is not going to have a good time.
Yeah, although we don't have like, unlike with Ramsay, where we can clearly see some horrifying like torture with anybody who's near him, we don't actually see any of that with Walda and Roose. And
this is true.
I don't think we see like her other. I think she's killed by Ramsay in the Bad Dragon show, and so is Roose, which I don't think is happening in the books. But we don't have any evidence that Roose is anything other than emotionless, creepy vampire around her. But he's like that to everybody.
Yeah, but he
he
does tell that whole story about how Ramsay was born. I don't think that things are going to end well for Fat Walda.
No, although I should note everybody draws really cute fan art of her like doting over Roose. But then again, the fan art in this community is fucked up. So who knows?
And he does say in, I want to say, Theon's chapters in Dance, he does say, I do like having sex with Fat Walda. She's very noisy and that's fun. She's a very vocal lover and so enthusiastic.
Which is about the best praise you can get for Roose.
Yeah, that's the
Roose saying something other than I would feel no emotion if you were to die, which is a default for Roose Bolton. is a compliment.
Yeah, like for Roose Bolton, from coming from Roose Bolton, that's like salivating, right? He's like, man, she's pretty hot.
Yeah.
What can I say? Roose likes him thick.
Uh, he says, "I have become oddly fond of my fat little wife."
I love this series. We have Marissa Frey, who is alive, and we have Little Walder, who I mixed up with Big Walder. Little Walder is dead. Little Walder is
Yes.
dead, killed perhaps by Big Walder, perhaps by Theon without realizing it, perhaps by Ramsay. We don't know.
I prefer the Big Walder interpretation. That makes the most sense to me.
I have marked him as having been snowed in.
He has been snowed in. He has been turned into the Walder White. And that's my.
You're right.
We'll get back to the famous broken Frey theory.
I'm sorry.
When we get to the
You're
other
right.
Walder.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm erasing the snowed in. That does need to say Walder White. I'm sorry. I hope that someone uses this god awful thing as their like desktop background.
You will save the whole thing, so you can put it out, and somebody can use it as their desktop background. Also, I think I didn't see a family tree that has like all the dead people denoted from the live people. So this would actually be useful for some folks.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've scribbled over all the names. I don't know if you can see my screen, but I've done this, which does make it hard to tell. But it's way too late now.
Yep.
How about Jeremy?
Let's see.
Right, we're on the third one now. Jeremy Frey. Jeremy Frey is dead. Jeremy drowned is all it says. History, Jeremy drowned. Maybe I should start like doing one of these, but it's a little late, so it's fine.
It's my favorite show on your series on YouTube about Majora's Mask.
Jeremy drowned.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I'm with you. Cynthia is alive. All right, so we move on to Raymond Frey. Raymond Frey is alive. Raymond Frey is a knight from House Frey and the 11th son of Lord Walder Frey. Raymond is introduced to Lady Catelyn Stark at the Twins when he is sitting in the Great Hall drinking with his half-brother Lame Lothar, his brother Sir Hostine, his good brother Sir Lucius Viprin, nephew Sir... Oh, yes, of course. Next day, Raymond attends the wedding feast of Lord Edmure Tully and Rosalind Frey. I remember this scene. Once the Red Wedding begins, the Small John defends himself by striking Raymond in the face with a leg of mutton. Catelyn saws the neck of Raymond's half-nephew Jingle Bell. Raymond kills Cat. That's why I know him. Right, because he was in that recent the recent Fantastic Fantasy Haven video.
About people who killed point of view characters, right?
Yeah. Killed Cat. Man, they should They should. I thought it was the Mars rover that was called Curiosity.
It's the name of his sword.
Oh my god, yes.
Everybody start this as a fan theory. Go over the place and say that just insist until it becomes like cited somewhere and people are like, where the hell did this come from?
Yes.
That it's popularly speculated that Raymond Frey's sword is called Curiosity.
Oh, we have Malwyn Frey, who I assume stands in opposition to Goodwin. Sarah, no. No, Sarah is alive. Another Sarah is alive. Cersei, called Little B. Cersei's nickname comes from the fact that her mother is a member of House Beesbury. Cersei is one of the Frey women presented to Robb Stark when he arrives at the Twins. Cersei, Tywin. Tywin is a newborn baby, and Jaime is also a newborn baby, the twin of Tywin. So Jaime and Tywin are twins.
Named after the Lannisters. This is
Who?
another common thing you can see, depending on when they're born. The Frey kids, or grandkids and great grandkids, are named after popular, powerful people at the time. Because you got like some Rhaegars and some Aenises and stuff like that. Aegon during the high time of the Targaryens, and the more recent ones take Lannister names.
All right, so we have the Blackwood branch of House Frey, which is what we've moved on to now. Alyssa Blackwood was married to Yep. And we have our next person of interest, Lame Lothar. Yes. Lothar is extremely interesting. It is said that he basically concocted the Red Wedding.
Yeah, it was an idea he put forward.
Have we met him?
That's a good question. We have good descriptions of him, so I presume that we've... Let's see.
Lothar meets him outside the gates and behaves in a conciliatory manner. That night, he encounters Catelyn in the Great Hall while he is drinking with some of his relatives, behaving politely to her as well. However, Lothar is one of the prime engineers of the Red Wedding Massacre. So the only time we ever meet him is during like Red Wedding preparations, right?
Yeah.
We meet him when he's one of the people.
Appears, he appears in Game of Thrones also, but I think it's just very briefly. So he's there presumably because the only time that...
Oh, he's probably like in the room when Catelyn walks up and like meets all of the Freys
before she wheels and deals with Walder.
Yes.
During which he slips into mayhaps.
All right. Leona Lefford is alive. Lothar's child Tissan is alive. Lothar's child Walda is alive. Emberlay is alive. And Lyanna is alive. All very young children. All right, moving on to Jamos. Jamos Frey appears to be alive. Little is known of him. Sally Page is his wife, who is alive. And Jamos's son, Big Walder, who is for sure a person of interest.
Yep.
Because Big Walder is perhaps
the prime suspect in the murder of Little Walder.
Yes. So there is this whole thing with Big Walder and Little Walder about wanting to move up in the line of succession. We have really like figured some of this shit out, haven't we? Where is Big Walder in the line of succession?
That's a good question. He hasn't actually bumped himself up all that much meaningfully. He's only like taken one leap forward because it's not like
1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Good Lord. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. No one in that branch 16. What did I get to? 16? 17,
16.
18, 19, 20. My God. I'm actually going to count. 22, 23, 24. Nothing from Lancel. Nothing from Roose. 25, because Danwell counts. 26. 27, Raymond Frey. 28, 29, 30, 31. 32, Lame Lothar. 32, he has all female children. So 33 is his father, Jamos, and 34 is Big Walder. He is 34th in the line of succession. Assuming that no women can inherit and no one can inherit through a woman. If you can inherit through a woman, like Rhaenys,
His number goes down significantly.
yes, he goes down even further. What did I say? 34th?
34th.
Is that what I said?
Hold on 1 second. I'm wondering something here. That's amazing.
What?
The British monarchy's line of succession only goes to 23.
Wow.
Yep.
All right. Big Walder, his
If
brother.
the amount of people that Big Walder has to kill in order to be the heir is significantly larger than the number of people you would need to cause a massive succession crisis that might be unsolvable in the UK.
My God. Oh, interestingly, one of... Oh, that's actually very interesting. One of Lame Lothar's nephews, the son of Waylon, is called Hoster.
Interesting.
Wow. Marianne.
We also skipped over Dickon Frey.
Oh, I bet I've flicked through them real quick.
Good old Dickon Frey.
Dickon. Marianne Frey is one of the people who's presented to Robb Stark. Oh, we found Sir Flemont Brax. Sir Flemont Brax, a knight of House Brax, who is one of Jaime and Tywin's commanders.
Yeah.
Who's actually like really very present through the series. Robert, son of Flemont. Robert is alive. Walder, son of Flemont. And John, son of Flemont? Cool. Please take me back to Moria Frey, and please take me back to Walder Frey. We have finished up the... Interesting. Okay. All right. That is the end of the Blackwood branch. Moving on to the Rosby branch of House Frey.
The Rosby branch. Jeez.
What a
I feel like
disaster.
the Rosbys are like a litmus test for whether you're too far into a specific A Song of Ice and Fire rabbit hole. The second the name Rosby pops up, it's like George Martin telling you to go touch grass.
Wait, are the Rosbys the ones that
The ones that kidnapped Aerys II. I'm pretty sure that was the Defiance Duskendale, or maybe I'm mistaken.
Does Rosby own Duskendale? I thought those were the Dark ones.
No,
of
they own
Duskendale.
Rosby. But hold on.
Sorry,
the Dark ones.
I thought that
the
Rosby were
were
the people
involved.
who Bronn marries into.
Rosby. Because Rosby and Duskendale are right next to each other. All things considered. I thought they were involved in Defiance, but I just completely misremembered. Rosby inheritance spread up at small council meeting. 6 claims were put forward. Giles Rosby.
Perwyn Frey is, quote, approved of by Davin Lannister.
Giles has no immediate heir. He's a ward at Rosby.
Huh. Perwyn Frey. Is Perwyn Frey a potential ally? Because during that scene when Catelyn talks to Lothar and all those people drinking, Catelyn asks after Perwyn and says he helped escort me to Storm's End and back when Robb sent me to speak to Lord Renly. I was looking forward to seeing him again, and Lothar says Perwyn is away. I will give him your regards. I know he will regret having missed you. He was away during the Red Wedding?
Yeah.
Oh, right, because he was one of Robb's squires.
Yeah.
Catelyn is surprised that Perwyn is not present at the twins for the wedding of his sister to Catelyn's brother, Lord Edmure Tully. Yeah. Catelyn thinks of the absences of Perwyn, Olyvar, and Alysandre Frey, as well as Rosalind's crying, as warnings about House Frey's betrayal.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So which house is this? This is House Rosby. I'm gonna say Stark sympathizers. Because Perwyn and Olyvar were Robb's squires. And of course, a person of interest down here is 100% Rosalind Frey, who is the wife of Edmure Tully and currently carrying his kid. Their kid, I guess I should say. Okay. All right, Zach. 2 more to go. You ready?
Yep.
Della Osmond.
Farring.
Yes. Unironically, I like this video. I like what we're doing right now. This is fun. Anara Farring is dead. How about
somewhere between the ages of 58 and 19.
Oh, interesting. Rumors around the twins hold that she may have been sleeping with Lord Walder's great-grandson, Black Walder, casting doubts on her children's parentage.
Well, yeah, how old was Walder when they were supposedly having kids? Like, I can't imagine they have, like, I don't know, fantasy Viagra.
All right, and let's see. Are any of their kids dead?
Yeah, Walder would have been, I think, 81 when their first kid was born.
Tap. Black Walder? Question mark? These are the... These are the Farrings. Well, maybe we'll come back and relabel them. Okay. And I believe that is it. That is it for House Farring. And now we have only the bastards.
Yep.
Yeah.
Walder Rivers is alive.
Walder Rivers is for sure getting a person of interest tag here.
He is the best claim out of the bastards.
Absolutely. And how old is he?
It's a good question. I was just looking up earlier.
Shoot. Boop.
Walder Rivers. We don't know.
We don't know? How do we not know?
We don't even have an age calculation for
Oh
him
my god.
because we don't know when his mother would have been born and when his mother would have been married or died, because she's completely unknown. So he could be any age.
When Chet was caught for murder near Seven Streams, Walder was sent from the twins to judge him. Chet ended up being sent to the wall. That's the Chet that tries to kill Sam.
Yeah.
During the Red Wedding, he commands the attack on the soldiers' camp. Sure. Cool. You were speaking of the Freys you wanted dead. Ryman, Edwin, Eman, and Walder Rivers, that whoreson, hates that he's a bastard and hates everyone who's not. Very cool. All right. Let's look at his children. Walda Rivers appears to still be alive. Eamon Rivers, who has quartered the Walder Rivers bastard sigil.
Yes. With the Charlton one.
According to his grandfather, Lord Walder, Eamon never has anything sensible to say. Like his father, Eamon also has a personal blazon. It's currently unknown if Eamon is married, and thus Walda is a legitimate child, or if she is a bastard. Okay. Right, because, of course, he also has a daughter named Walda Rivers.
Yeah.
She had sneaked in among the true-born children of Lord Walder Frey. All right. Now moving on, we have Melwys Rivers. Melwys Rivers is unable to inherit as he is a maester.
Yes.
Isn't that interesting? I'm not going to put that there. You shouldn't put that there, Tom. Put it below. Boop, boop, boop. Maester. Melwys Rivers is a bastard son. Melwys. Why does that ring a bell? Why does that ring a bell, Zach?
I don't know.
He's in service to House Rosby at Rosby. Interesting. We have Jane Rivers. Who appears to be alive. We have Martin Rivers. Martin Rivers is relevant. Martin is ruddy, unlike his relatives from House Frey. Interesting. Martin among the Freys who leave Riverrun. Martin has been of great service scouting. Kellen spots Martin among the Freys who leave Riverrun after news reaches the capital of Rob's marriage. Part of the pact concerning the joy is to wed a natural son of Walder. Okay. Interesting. He's at the twins when Rob's house. Okay. He's at the Hand's Tourney in the first book. Very interesting. How about Ryger Rivers? Ryger's mother was a peasant who milked goats before Lord Walder got her pregnant with Ryger. Okay. He's alive. How about Ronald Rivers?
Alive.
4 Freys captured the... Okay. Melara Rivers. Okay. And then other bastards. Yeah. And that's it.
Yeah,
that's it. Okay. Okay. All right, Zach. What do you think here?
I think we have some pretty strong, people who, strong claimants, people who will make a claim. They will dispute whoever becomes the heir. I think it's very likely that Edwin is going to die before Walder does, and then that is going to lead to a potentially bastard, great granddaughter who is also a child inheriting, and that is going to be ripe for multiple people putting their claim forward. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it.
Interesting. All right. So, Arwood Jablomi. Okay. Before we finish this up, Zach, I would love to title each of these branches. Will you please give me the title of each of these branches? It's
Oh boy. That's the first one's the Stavron branch. Well, this is the mega branch is the. Oh goodness,
the first
who's
one
his first
is
wife again?
Royce. Royce, right?
Hold on. It's Royce,
Yep. Hang on. All right, and then
Swan. Oh, there's multiple Royces.
sure.
Yep. There we go. You got it. Then it's Crakehall.
All right.
Then it's Blackwood.
Perfect.
Then it's Rosby.
And
Then it's Farring.
Farr. We'll do it this way. Boop 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 boop. Farring. And then it's
Yes.
natural.
Then his current wife, Joyce Aaronford, is pregnant. Although I'm gonna press X to doubt on Walder Frey being the father. Unless it's a different Walder Frey.
I'm gonna rewrite this cray call because it looks like trash. Boop 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 boop. Cray call. All right. So I'm taking a step back, right? I'm looking at this. So what do we have here? We have the big Royce branch and the big Crakehall branch. I'm gonna get in here and I'm going to give a person of interest here to Hostine. I think that's probably fair.
Yeah.
Hostine, Arwood, and then Andro would be the yeah, and it really does look like Hostine's branch. Yeah, unless you have to go all the way down to Raymond for the Crakehall branch of Freys to have anyone of interest other than Hostine and his kids. So we have the entire big old Royce branch. You have the entire big old Crakehall branch. Then we have the medium-sized Blackwood branch. And then Rosby, Farring, and Swan are all little. Tom is pondering potential alliances here. Man, this is going to be a nasty succession. So Eman is the child of Lady Royce. Everyone else in the Royce camp is pretty far down a line of succession.
Yes.
Right? You have Edwin. Edwin is a great grandson of Walder Frey.
I think he's just a Wait, hold on. No. Yep, you're right. Great grandson. Yep.
Whereas Eman,
meanwhile, is a son.
Yes. Walton is a grandson, but he is a third grandson.
Yes.
Grandson of a second marriage. Do the Lannisters get behind Eman Frey, Lord of the Crossing? Arwood
This
Jablomi.
is where it gets tough. Like, you have so many people who could make a claim that they're, because an older one might make a claim of, like, experience of being the Tanist, especially if a literal child is the first in line for succession. There's multiple ways that could happen.
And Lame Lothar. Man, maybe that is why. Maybe Big Walder thinks he has a chance because he's heard Lame Lothar talking about planning his way back up the line of succession.
Yeah, if Lothar has a plan to get there, and you're a kid and you just hear, "Oh, Lothar has a plan to become Lord of the Crossing," you would think that if you're close to Lothar, you're close to succession, and then killing one cousin who may be and then the other cousin's gonna know. Wait, I'm higher in the line of succession than you, because probably he asked his parents. Parents said, "Oh no, you're higher in the line." Then if you're a kid and you just have that information, you got to think that he's only like one step away from you, and that is absolutely a step worth taking at that point. Like if you're going to start killing people for a line of succession, there's two really good ways to go about it. You hit the people who are most likely to inherit, like out the gate, the people highest on the list, or you hit the people closest to where you are. There's no real point for hitting anything in the middle or anything behind you.
Yes. Here's something interesting about Lothar. Lothar is the current steward of the crossing.
Which means he has the money.
Yeah. Right, like every symbol of legitimacy belongs to Aegon. Right? If you're the one sitting on the chair, it is other people's it is other people's prerogative to remove you from the chair.
Yeah, exactly. He can come in and just say, "Oh no, I'm clearly supposed to be in charge here," and he's probably appointed people with that in mind. He could do a coup as soon as Walder bites it.
Shit. This is kind of an awesome image here.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. What if we zoom out one more? And we say how excuse me? House Frey. And if you want to be able to purchase this, get on there and tell us. Get in the comments and tell us, and we'll put a high quality version of this in the merch store.
that we'll have eventually. Yes.
Oh my god, I like this. This is very pretty. I'm actually really like I've taken a step back and I'm looking at it. It does actually look super cool.
I think this is the only family tree I've seen that has all the deaths and ineligibles on it. So that is something to celebrate. Finally, somebody can pull this up the next time they're debating whether Frey has a chance to inherit or not.
I wish that I had thought about that before completely scribbling out the names. Maybe I'll go back through. Now that I have the map, it shouldn't take me very long to go through and remake it.
Yeah.
But for right now, Zach, thank you very much for joining me. I have had a wonderful time. I am actually really quite pleased with what we've done here today. I think it's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, I don't have an outro. Zach, I'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Goodbye.